show here on the 13th of April, 2022, and wasn't too long ago, about an hour or so ago, the rain quit. We had rain all the way from about 8:30 last night, all night. Didn't get the most fit sleep because upstairs the rain on the roof is pretty loud. It would drizzle for a while and I'd fall asleep, and then it would start raining hard again and wake me up. So I think I was up about every 15 minutes or so last night. It was something. But one nice thing though, my buddy Hoken, he brought me, now this isn't the brand or anything, but that's just the case he gets in. He makes chewing tobacco over there in his country, and he bought me 45 cans of this. So I'm set for chew for a little while, and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks for bringing me that. And no charge, wouldn't take a dime for it, so that was pretty cool. But I did want to show you this here. I don't know, it was covered up the other day, but I had to reroute this one. I put it on over here. In order to get this one off, I didn't want to take it off at the engine. It was a hassle, but you have to take off this cable. This is the start switch. And then it's just one screw, and it pulls right out the bottom, no problem, so that you can spin this to get this out, and then take the little thing out of here. Also, while I was there, I loosened up all of them. I got them all loose. I can move lock to lock. You know, nothing's hitting. The front brake was a little tight, and the choke cable was tight, but I got that all fixed. But I wanted to show you what works for me. I hope you can see this. I might move this back a little bit farther, but if you can see, I can see really good behind me now. The mirrors, you know, it just got it out there. I pushed them out as far as I could, and it seems to be working. They're up high enough where I can see good. But one thing, I'm just going to tell you something that I do. When I'm usually driving in the city, I want my, now this is a little bit high, but I like my arms, bent like this. But when you're on the highway doing a long trip and you're doing 70, 80, you got all that wind pressure on you if you don't have a windscreen. I like my handlebars forward. I'll even scoot back in the seat, push my handlebars so my arms are straight out like this. And you don't get fatigued as much. And they're really easy to just change. You can change it quickly. Like this one here right now, I got it leaning back. I got it vertical, but I might come back a little bit more for me. But try that if you're going on a long trip sometime. Do it between exits or something if you want, and just to see if it helps you out. And I got to get off this side. But that seems to help out a lot. The other thing with this bike, nowhere on the tires, on either tire, both sides, does it list the air pressure. It's nowhere. I spun the tires around, had it on the center stand, could not find it. There what used to be a sticker on the side of the bike, I think that blew off on the second or third day. You know what I mean? So it was gone. So I had to go to the owner's manual, and this bike keeps 33 in the back for 2 up, and I ride it 2 up all the time for the air pressures, and 25 in the front. And it seems to go good. They're not losing any air. I checked them the other day with my real good gauge. I have a Clinton Tool and gauge, PSI checker it, and it was dead on the money from when I filled them up last time. So they're not losing any air at all. The only air they lose is from when I go to check them every time. So the tires are holding up really well. They do stick. Last night I went for a ride. It was drizzly, but I thought, damn, I want to get out. I want to get out and ride. So I took a ride all around, not too far. I didn't go too far from the house, just up towards Padre Garcia, and drove around a little bit. Hit a couple side streets that I've never seen before, and just drove around. Not too many people out. We're getting in this Holy Week, so the workers are all here working, but I think this is going to end pretty soon. This is a big thing for them. Lots of people are traveling. I don't know how it's going to work with all these things. That I heard one of the guys on the TV, I think I mentioned this before, that they're expecting a big surge in COVID cases in 2 months. I mean, like I said before, they can't even predict the weather here. How they gonna, and they're predicting that already. So it's after the election. I think here it might go crazy again. One thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, maybe you can help me out there, the guys in the States. I don't think people are getting the proper news and declarations on these MNRA things that they're putting out. Because I'm seeing information. Pfizer released some stuff. They found out Moderna made this stuff way back in 2015. They're patenting all this stuff. And there's still people here. There's still where they block off the whole parking structure at the mall it's one of these jab sites. And now they're only promoting here the MNRA ones. The other ones are, nope, they don't want you to get them. Sinovac and Johnson & Johnson, all that. And now they're saying it's got to be 3. It's not set in stone yet, but this is what they're talking about on the TV. So how can these folks be doing this when we're seeing all the side effects that happen with this stuff? To me, it's got me to where who in the right, this thing would agree to it now with this information. So I'm thinking that they can't be getting the information. One Filipino I did talk to, though, said he knew about the information and all that, but he said, I have to get it. And I said, what do you mean you have to get it? Oh, they told me I have to get it. I said, well, if I told you had to jump off a bridge, would you do it? And he laughed. He said, if it was a low one. But this is kind of the mentality here. So it's a little bit scary. And they still want to push it for the little kids. And we're just not seeing, we have funeral parlors very close by. Graveyards real close by. We're not seeing all the body bags and all this stuff that they're claiming. And, they keep testing with the test that's faulty. Everybody knows it's faulty, guys. And they keep testing to find more. And then they're telling people they got to stay in. So I'm not getting what's, I still think it's the desodulation. Okay, that's still my take on what I think is going on, because I just can't get there pushing it. But we'll see what happens after the election. I still don't, with what from the beginning, I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea of it. Somebody telling me, nobody should be master over you if you're a free person. Nobody should be your master and says you have to do this, you have to do that. And so I was against it for that. And then as the more information came out, look at these. Look up Kennedy and all the information he's got out. And now they're talking about Fuchi's arrest and all. I don't know about too much of that stuff. I just don't. But Jordan's already got some stuff out through the U.S. So anybody sees anything good on the news, let me know. What news channel or anything like that. I also saw something that like 7 different people sent to me. They sent me this, something about the water, and they got this guy on there talking about, snake venom and all this kind of stuff. Okay, could it be? Yeah. I'm still taking it with a grain of salt. Take a look. Investigate that guy yourself and look at some of the previous stuff he's done before you jump both feet into buying that. Could it be true? Sure, it could. Absolutely. And it would fall in with the biblical line, being the snake venom. Because that's what enticed Eve. And, she took it. So, it's biblical. And I'm starting to believe, honestly, that, and I've heard this before in the past where people said, I talked to my mother one time and she said, way back then during the war, they thought it was end times and all that, but all the signs weren't there. But what seems to be happening now, if you do read your Bible and look into it, and I actually use other people that are looking into it a lot more than I ever have. Like I like to watch Nelson Waters and Gene Kim and all these guys that I watch, and they send me to other links, and I've been watching, got my Bible on the table, check the stuff out, and seems to me there's a lot of dominoes that are lining up. They're just lining up all over the place. And they talk about wars and rumors of wars and natural catastrophes. And I think there are unnatural catastrophes. They got the HAARP. That's known now. Some people say, this is all conspiracy theories. Well, you know something, guys? A lot of these people used to really get on my ass. This is all conspiracy theory. Well, it's coming true, guys. A lot of the stuff I talked about is just coming to pass. I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy in the world, But, just look at things with a little bit of common sense. When they tell you this stuff, look around. When this first came out, they said all these people were dying and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I wasn't seeing it, And then I did see a really good documentary. It's kind of long, though. I did put it on my Telegram. It's probably buried way in the back now. I'll see if I can find it again. But it was about the 1918 one that they had. And it seemed like the ones that were getting it and passing it the most were the soldiers that got, the thingy. And then they started forcing everyone to get it, and that's when a lot of people were dropping, and it was a huge amount. But I do think the numbers, you talk about this VAERS system, a lot of numbers were fudged. Media's complicit. It's all owned by the same people. The more and more you listen to George Carlin, the more and more this stuff rings true. What he was saying on his last ones when he was kind of sick. But take everything with a grain of salt. Look at it yourself. Look at the people that are doing the news. There's some newscasters, like I just saw the Sean Hannity and Sean Penn one. Oh, come on, guys. There's a couple paid actors. And then they go, Boris, he goes over there, and they're walking through. What really got me? Okay, he's walking through this war-torn area. It looked in good shape to me. The place looked like it was in good shape, and he's got his guys walking around with him with their guns, and those looked real. I was zooming in, freeze frame and zooming in on the TV. Yeah, they looked like real soldiers and all that. But the thing that got me was some dude, organically popped out of the building, and he's going to walk up, and Boris goes up and shakes his hand. That was the setup, guys, because there's no way they would let a world leader go to a guy with a big backpack on. Did he have a bomb in there? This is all set up, guys. And look at this in the States now. They got this thing where they got the thing in New York where they shot somebody, and who knows if he put an aerosol thing in there because he had a backpack and he was in the official looking outfit for the workers, and they're pushing the gun control again. See, it's all set up, guys. It looks to me set up. Now, could I be wrong? Sure. Look into it, though. Do like the old news was. We report, you decide. But it's getting pretty wild. We do live in the most interesting times. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And this is Rick Shaw out.